Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, August 24th. We've got a pretty big day, I think, ahead of us. We're seeing the SP 500 spiral lower this morning, down over 1%, and gold has had a nice drop, and it's down about $15 an ounce. And so I'll just run through the charts here. Here we've got the Kiko overlay chart. Yesterday we had this the 1220. A couple previous days we had 1220 area touched, and it was acting as support. Anyways, we broke through that this morning, and it was trying to hold up, and we just had the 8 o'clock more or less sell-off, and it's still in free fall mode right now, and there's about 12,000 contracts traded in the last hour, which is fairly high, and it's a straight bar straight down. So I think we'll most likely get some type of rebound, but we still could go a little bit farther. I think we could go down to the 1210 area, and I'll just show you that on the charts here. Here's the daily chart of gold. You can see here we've got pretty big support right through this 1200 area, and the 1210 is the upper range of these candles here, this noise here. So I have a feeling we could touch it down right there today. If we do happen to get another large wave of selling, we'll probably see the 1200 be reached today. And this is what the large bar down that I was talking about, hoping we would get, and it makes it it's triggering a lot of stops, and I think we could get a couple days sideways and then get some more follow through. But let me pull up the 60-minute chart and just give you more visual. You can see the bar straight down, nice spike of contracts, almost 13,000 contracts traded in the last hour, and we're only halfway into that hour, so it is a pretty heavy selling volume right now. Anyways, if I zoom out a bit, you can see here's the head and shoulders I was pointing out, and the neckline that we had here broken, and we've got the nice drop now. If we take the measured move from here, which is the neckline to the top of the head, we're looking at about a $18 move. Anyways, if we measure down from there, we've got 10, 20, about 18, somewhere in this range, which happens to be right through the noise of this previous level. So we can still come down to the 1210, which is the top area of this previous noise, which will act as support, or it could test a little bit deeper into the middle of that noise, which is about the 1205 area. So we are pretty much where I thought we would be once we get this breakdown. And I did issue an alert this morning saying to take some money off the table, simply because it was trading right here on this the August 18th low, and the last time it pulled back to there, it had a very sharp bounce. So I wanted to make sure we pull some money off the table, move our stop to break even for the balance of the position, and hopefully we'll get a sell down, and we'll get a bear flag forming in the next day or two, and then we'll get another drop down to the next level. So that's what I'm looking for in gold. As for the SP 500, it is spiraling lower this morning, and this is a 4-hour chart. Just to give you a quick visual here, I pointed out on the weekend report there's a possible shoulder head, a small shoulder forming here, and I had a neckline drawn across here, and of course we broke down there, and we did catch a small short on it last week, and we caught a 1% move, and then it came up, shook us out. Anyways, it started to go back down again this morning, and if it breaks this the 1050 area, which is where it is trading right about now, we could go right back down to these lows. So the bias is definitely down today, and it's going down on pretty solid volume pre-market, which means that it's most likely just not a drift lower. It means there's going to be some pretty big panic selling today, I think. I do expect we might see a bounce up to the 1060 area or something like that this morning, and then we could see more of a breakdown below this 1050 area, which is a previous low here. So that's what I'm looking for on the SP 500. Let me just zoom into the 60-minute chart and the daily chart here. Here's the daily. You can see it was trying to hold up here and trying to continue higher, but this morning it clearly broke down. As for the 60-minute chart, you can see it's just been stair-stepping its way lower, and this type of price action where it's going down, this could continue on for a while, but I do see it starting to get it's starting to get narrowed into a declining wedge, and usually you'll end up seeing panic selling. You'll see a sharp drop out of the bottom of that wedge, and then you'll see volume shoot through the roof. It'll be a complete washout, and then you'll see a quick snap back. So I have a feeling the prices are going to go lower today. We're going to get some really sharp panic selling, and then there'll be capitulation selling, which will trigger a bottom, and then it'll have a sharp spike as everybody quickly covers their intraday shorts, and the market is so oversold. If we do get more of this downward momentum, that it'll just naturally want to pop back up. So that's what I'm looking for in the SP. I wouldn't try picking a bottom here. If anything, you want to look to be playing the downside during the intraday play, and simply shorting the bounces, not trying to buy bounces. Any bounce will be fairly muted in a down market. If you take a look here, just out of curiosity, if you see a sharp sharp drop and you try and pick a bottom, well, in a down market you'll get a very faint drift up. You really don't get a bounce, and it just keeps going down. So the best thing to do is, if you see a sharp drop and you see a consolidation, if anything, you want to just take a small short position and just wait for the next wave of selling to kick in. You don't want to be trying to buy a bounce when the momentum is this strong downward. So that's it for now. As for the market internals, everything's pretty much neutral from yesterday, but of course when the market opens down 1% and the selling kicks in, it'll instantly go to oversold reading. But that oversold rating will last. It could last for a couple days. If we get panic selling, it could take 2 to 4 days for that panic selling to slowly phase out of the market. So we could see lower prices for a little bit. We'll see what happens when the market opens, and give it 15 minutes or so, and then go from there. Anyways, talk to you guys in the chat room. Bye bye.